What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to this Mohamed Salah special video. I'm going to tell you why I think the club should give Mohamed Salah not what he wants, but what he's worth. And I'm going to give you my reasoning behind it. And I hope that you guys can input and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Want to give a shout out to our friends at Ultimate Fan because we are in an international week, and the good news is that Ultimate Fan have continued and they have switched it up with a bit of an international week mix-up. So the players that you have in your Ultimate Fan team, if you already have them, you can use those guys to play in the international game week and win your share of an £8,500 prize pool this week. It's a new fantasy football game that incorporates FIFA pack openings into FPL. There's a £300,000 prize pool at stake this season, and the good news is it doesn't matter if you miss the first few weeks, because every week throughout the season you can win up to £8,500 in prizes. The link to sign up to Ultimate Fan is in the description of the stream. All you have to do is be a UK or Irish resident, age 18 plus, to be able to play the app. And again, let us know what you think about it. Let us know what your team is like, and let us know if you managed to get into the money. The figures being mentioned, various articles either from The Athletic or elsewhere, seem to say that the numbers in and around 330 to 380,000 pound a week is the numbers that Mohamed Salah and his representatives are apparently asking for. On the face of it, of course, that seems like an awful lot of money, but you have to look at comparables in these situations. So, like, say as an example, if I'm trying to figure out where Anfield agenda is at with regards to our content, I look at comparable channels. I look at people with similar numbers and I try and figure out if we're on course, if we're doing the right things. By any metric you look at with Mohamed Salah and his situation at Liverpool, you can understand why many of us fans, and look, it's easy for us, we're not the money men at the club, to say give him what he wants, but any way you measure it, I think Mohamed Salah's situation at Liverpool stands up to scrutiny. Look, he came in, broke record after record after record. I think last count, over 30 records broken for Liverpool Football Club. You know, top Champions League goal scorer. You've seen the 100 goals, how quickly he got to 100 goals as well. And who knows if he signs on for another 3, 4, 5 years, where we will be when Mohamed Salah finishes up at Liverpool Football Club. You know, sitting here, we have a wage structure at the club. We know the way that the owners are. We know that they highly incentivise contracts as well. And we've spoken about before that, you know, what might seem low for Mohamed Salah as base wages, when he triggers in some of those goal bonuses, or, you know, the team getting far in the Champions League, or whatever might be in his contract, because let's be honest, it's a secret, but we will know it's probably highly incentivised. We've seen Bobby Firmino's league contract situation before, and if, big if, that is true, then you can see from the goal bonuses how quickly it can add up. But here's the worry, and here's the worry for me, and I think for a few other Liverpool fans. Every day that this doesn't go on, we see Kylian Mbappe, as an example, right now at PSG. They're trying their best to get Kylian Mbappe to sign on there. He looks like he has his heart set on a move to Real Madrid. If that happens, you can bet your bottom dollar that PSG are going to want the superstar to come in and take his place. They've looked at Harry Kane. They've looked at Mohamed Salah. But my real point here is, I think if Salah does end up leaving Liverpool Football Club, it will be because we haven't given him what he's worth. Not because he wants to leave, because everything about Mohamed Salah's situation right now, the way that he's playing, how comfortable he looks, what great shape he's in, how he's held in such high esteem by not just the fans, but his teammates as well. Everything ticks to the point that this lad is in the best stage of his career. There's no sign of a drop-off, which is what we worry about. When we looked at Gini Wijnaldum and we said to ourselves, why didn't FSG or why didn't the club give Gini Wijnaldum the contract that they wanted, or why were they a little bit hesitant to give Jordan Henderson a contract extension when he already had 2 years left because he was going to be 33 at the time? You look at these things and you think, all right, fair enough. Maybe there will be a little bit of a fall off. Maybe there will be, the legs will get a little bit tired. But I don't see this with Mo. If anything, he'll just reinvent himself a la Cristiano Ronaldo, a la Lionel Messi, and become an even more devastating goal scorer. The goal that he scored against City, and I'm recording this on the Monday, so the goal against City was yesterday. Show me another player right now, outside of maybe Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, who scored that type of goal. In fact, I think he'd struggle. And it wasn't a once-off, let's not forget. Mohamed Salah did this in 2018 against Spurs as well. So let's look at it from a few different perspectives then. The club has a wage structure. If we break the wage structure, it might cause trouble down the line. Players might want new contracts, yada yada. Well, let's look at it from a factual point of view. Alisson has signed a new deal. He's happy. Van Dijk signed a new deal. He's happy. Trent, new deal. Robbo, new deal. Jordan Henderson, new deal. So right off the bat, all the big players of the football club, you know, we'll move on to the front attacking players in a few minutes, but all the big players in the football club, all the spine of the team that we missed so much when they were out injured, has been tied down. So the next logical step is you look at the front three. You've got Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino. And whether we want to admit it or not, there's a pecking order there. Mohamed Salah is probably the first one the club want to get tied down. And I said this on streams and I'll reiterate it again. To me, I think that the proof of the pudding is going to be in the eating. Whoever is offered a contract after Mohamed Salah, I think stating the obvious here, the other one is the one most likely to move on. But why is Mohamed Salah worth 330 to 380,000 pound a week? Why should Liverpool break their wage structure? I'll tell you why. His numbers are ridiculous. His marketability from a footballing perspective, and look, whether we like it or not, football these days, it's all about brand. Yes, as fans, we want what goes on the pitch to be the number one thing. But from a football club's perspective, when they're looking at can they pay Mohamed Salah this money, they've got to look at the overall package. So there's no denying his marketability and his brand awareness around the world are huge right now. You know, he is probably the most famous African footballer walking the planet right now. He is one of the most famous Muslim athletes in the world. He is adored by, you know, his entire country, his entire planet loves Mohamed Salah. I was going to say his entire continent, and then of course us as Liverpool fans as well. So Mohamed Salah marketability wise ticks that box. Is he performing on the pitch? Yes. He has been our top goal scorer. He has shared a goal, or he's won a golden boot or shared a golden boot on 2 occasions that I'm aware of off the top of my head. His numbers when his first season he came in, he was called the one season wonder. Didn't replicate them in season 2, but he has continuously scored goals for Liverpool Football Club. And not just that, big goals as well. That goal against Manchester City yesterday, that was a major moment in our season. They should have won the game, let's be honest about it. We should have seen it out. But that goal, that was a statement. That was the statement of 1, I'm here. 2, I'm loving being at Liverpool Football Club. And 3, I know how good I am. Because only a player full of confidence and self-belief takes that on. Now, do I understand why the club are trying to drag this out a little bit, or why the club are trying to get their values worth, or make sure that they don't overcommit? To some extent, yes. I'm aware of the impact of the pandemic. I know we're sick about hearing about it, but I'm aware of it. And I am aware that this summer was one where the club have decided to, you know, maybe forego bringing in players outside of Ibrahim Konate in order to tie down those that are, you know, the future of the football club. And Mohamed Salah is the present, the past, and the future of this football club, in my opinion. At 30 years of age, he definitely has another 5 or 6 years left in him. We often speak about James Milner and how James Milner's body is a temple and how his longevity is down to the fact that he lives the life of an athlete, doesn't balloon up between, you know, pre-season and when he comes back, goes on holidays. He looks after himself. He's always, if we were to use the boxing analogy, he's always at fighting weight. Salah is the very, very same. As James Redmond said, we did the stream the other night, he's got muscles on muscles, this lad. He is absolutely phenomenal. So my worry is that what we'd seen the Athletic, I think it was the Athletic, come out and say was that he's looked at the situation with De Bruyne at Manchester City. You know, similar age bracket, similar of importance to that team. And it seems to have been handled very straightforward there at Manchester City. De Bruyne was tied down, and maybe Salah and his representatives are looking at that going, why is it taking so long with Liverpool? Look, it's always difficult to know. Different clubs operate in different ways. And yes, Manchester City are certainly a lot looser with the purse strings than our owners are. But that being taken into account, if you're going to break the wage structure for somebody at the club, it has to be for Mohamed Salah. And I don't think that it would cause as much unrest as maybe bringing in a Kylian Mbappe or a Haaland or somebody like that and giving them the top wage at the club. Because Salah's been here. He's proven it. He's shown that he deserves it. We brought this kid in from Roma. Somebody who felt he had a point to prove in the Premier League after a pretty disastrous spell at Chelsea, I think it's fair to say. Whether it be, you know, down to him or down to situation with Mourinho at the club and the players that they had there. He went off, went to Roma, did really well. Went to Fiorentina first on loan, didn't he? Then went to Roma, did really well, and showed what he's about. Came back into the Premier League, hit the ground running, smashed the records, smashed all the numbers, idolised by everybody. I just don't know. I don't want to say I don't know what the delay is, because I do. The owners are penny pinching at times, and sometimes we as fans, we're rightly embarrassed by it, because most other big clubs in the world would have had this done by now. You know, you can't imagine this being a situation with United, I'm not getting it done. You can't imagine this happening at Chelsea. You can't imagine this happening at Manchester City. So look, nothing has happened yet. But every day that goes by, every week that goes by, it's another little bit of doubt in Mohamed Salah's mind. I want to cast you back to Steven Gerrard's situation. We won the Champions League in Istanbul and everybody was celebrating, but the questions were there. What's next for Steven Gerrard? Is he going to go to Chelsea? And he wasn't feeling the love. And we often speak about the fact Liverpool's such a family club and everybody's so close and so tight-knit and everybody, you know, pulls in the same direction. These guys have got to be shown the love. And if we don't show Mohamed Salah the love, you can rest assured somebody else will open their arms and offer Mohamed Salah what he feels he could be missing. Now, this is all conjecture. I don't know whether Mohamed Salah feels unloved or not. But I do understand the point about looking at De Bruyne and seeing how quickly that situation was resolved. So if I was to just put a little message out to the owners, it would be, as a fan base, you won't find anybody who doesn't love Mohamed Salah. From his ability on a football pitch, you won't go out and find better than Mohamed Salah right now. He is certainly the on-form player in the Premier League and probably the on-form player in Europe right now. So I guess the message would be, yes, he's worth breaking the wage structure for. And yes, I hope he signs a new contract. And fingers crossed, the inklings coming out of the club are that they're hoping to have this done and dusted by the new year. So look, we all wait with bated breath to see whether Mohamed Salah is tied down or not, because I don't even want to think about the backlash if it's not agreed, if he isn't tied down to a new deal. You know, the owners have had some ups and downs at the club, some stuff they've done wrong, some stuff they've done right, some stuff in the middle. This, if they don't get it right, could be one of the biggest mistakes in the last 10, 15, 20 years of this football club, because he is a man playing at the height of his ability right now that has shown no signs that he's aging, no signs that he's slowing down, no signs that he's losing his effectiveness or his ability. If anything, I think his game's improving. This defensive side of his game's coming on leaps and bounds, and the work rate, he inspires others around him. So look, that's my take on the Mohamed Salah situation. You'll probably watch some videos that'll be far more factually driven, but you know me, folks, I work off my emotions, and to me, I don't even want to think about a world where Mohamed Salah doesn't sign a new contract at Liverpool Football Club. We want him to stay. He's shown every sign that he wants to stay. The club, no doubt, want him to stay. We know Jurgen Klopp and the rest of the players will. So that's my take on it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the whole Mohamed Salah contract situation. Let me know in the comment section below. Again, you can download Ultimate Fan with the link in the description. I want to say another thank you to you guys for all the support you've shown the channel over the 3.5, 4 years that we've been in existence. And look, we hope you continue to enjoy what we do here on Anfield Agenda. Massive respect to you all. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Take care. Up the Reds.